Hey church, Pastor Bob here. Always great to connect with you online, and I want to share with you an update and then hopefully an encouraging word. First of all, as we continue this month of July with our Church at Home experience, I want to thank those of you who took that step this past week and invited some friends and neighbors, some family into your home. And thank you for the feedback. We've already heard from some of you that you had some positive experiences, and I know many of you are planning a Church at Home experience, going to invite some folks in. So I want to just encourage you in that, and thank you for taking those steps, helping us out in that way. And we look forward to hearing from you about how your experience goes as you have a Church at Home experience. And then secondly, I want to thank you for your ongoing giving, your faithful giving to the church, your support of the church. As many of you know, our fiscal year ends at the end of June. We began a new fiscal year on July 1. And I just want to give you an update on that financially. We had a strong month in June. Certainly, even all things considered through this pandemic, giving has been good. I want to thank you for that. And we ended the year in a very good position financially. So thank you for your generous, faithful giving to support the church and the ongoing ministries here that we're a part of. And then I just want to share this word as we just kind of acknowledge in this month of July, as we are hopeful about events in the fall and certainly planning on various events. I know many of you can relate to the idea of just being tired, being weary, fatigued, frustrated, just overwhelmed. And I want to share with you a word that's been encouraging to me and hopefully can be encouraging to you as well. In Matthew 11, verses 28 to 30, Jesus gives to us an invitation. In fact, he acknowledges this condition where we can often just be weary and worn out and burdened. He says, "Come unto me, all who are weary and heavy burdened." And his promise in this passage is that we will find rest for our souls. Now, I know many of you have some vacation time planned, and I want to encourage that. Hopefully you get some time away with the family and some vacation time. But beyond just getting physical rest and on a vacation, may we know what it is to find rest for our souls. Just the weariness that I think many of us know what it is like to experience, especially over these last several months. I prayed with many of you as you have lost loved ones, for example, and haven't even really had an opportunity to celebrate and acknowledge their life. Others who have loved ones in nursing facilities or facing illness or sickness and not able really to be there with them. And these things can just wear on us and leave us just very, very overwhelmed and weary and worn out. And so may we know what it is to hear Jesus give this invitation, "Come unto me." How do we do that? What does it look like? Let me suggest a couple things. First of all, abide in him. As we think about Jesus, the Word teaches us the Word became flesh and dwelt among us. So one of the ways we come to Jesus is just abiding in his Word. Spend time in his Word and allow him to speak to us, encouraging us, reminding us that he indeed is a very present help in times of trouble. Secondly, it's about believing that Jesus is who he says he is and that we can trust him. Sometimes, many times, our frustration and fatigue comes from trying to control things beyond our control. And may we know what it is to believe in him in such a way, to put our faith in him and trust him in these areas and arenas that are beyond our control. And then finally, the C, may we commit to leaning into Jesus and learning from Jesus. And as we do so, I believe we'll discover what he promises in this passage, the rest that we need for our souls. May God bless you as we come to Jesus and experience him in this way, abiding, believing, and committing to learn from him. I'll see you soon.